Okay, those of you who chose pile one will be getting the tea on your shadow side, the side that you don't show to the public, okay? So I pulled some oracle cards first from the Black Moon Lilith deck, so I'm going to start with that. So we have Black Moon Lilith and Virgo release perfectionism. So yeah, your shadow side could be you're very much a perfectionist. I'm really getting this energy that you want others to perceive you as perfect, as physically perfect as well. So maybe you wear super duper nice and expensive clothes. Maybe you have luxury makeup, something like that. And there's nothing wrong with that. Let me be clear, but I feel like you're trying, how can I say this in words? Like, there's nothing wrong with clothes, makeup, any of that. There's nothing wrong with beauty. I absolutely love it. But I feel like you try to make, I'm trying to say, like, I think you overcompensate with your beauty, and you actually want others to perceive you as being perfect, when that's just not the reality. No one's perfect, right? And like, even with the Queen Jezebel coming up, yeah, it's just making me think you want people to perceive you as being like flawless. And I keep thinking, especially because of your looks, like you want to you want others to cater to you because of your looks. You want others to look up to you not because of what you've accomplished necessarily, but because of how you look. And with Black Moon Lilith and Gemini coming up, it's making me think you have difficulties with communicating. Maybe you don't know how to express how you feel or express disappointment without starting an argument with someone, possibly. Because with the Judgment card coming right under the Black Moon Lilith and Gemini card is making me think that you struggle with holding yourself accountable and really I'm so sorry, I cannot talk today, evaluating yourself. And it's interesting, I'm having a problem talking, and I feel like you have a problem talking and communicating with how you feel. So that's interesting. But with the Judgment card, yeah, I feel like you have difficulty evaluating yourself, and sometimes when you're getting you I feel like you get into heated arguments with people, and it really could have been avoided. But yeah, and I feel like sometimes you don't know when you're actually in the wrong also. So yeah, that could be another issue. Moving on to the Devil Tarot card, um, and it came up under the Queen Jezebel card. Like I was saying, I feel like you try to overcompensate with your looks. So maybe you buy the nicest clothes, you always have your hair done, you always have your nails done, always have the latest trending makeup, something like that. So with the devil, it relates to like impulse and habits. So I feel like maybe you're an impulse shopper, and I feel like you mainly spend your money on beauty products or like fashion, clothes and shoes, things like that. So yeah, I'm just getting this energy like shopaholic. And I feel like you use shopping to hide the fact that you feel lonely, because with this Ten of Swords card, you can see the woman, she's kind of like trapped in this little box and she's alone. So maybe you're using this like shopping addiction and presenting yourself a certain way to hide the fact that you're lonely, you're grieving, you're hurt, you're going through pain. And yeah, moving on to the Nine of Swords and the Hanged One cards. And those came up under the Black Moon Lilith and Virgo release perfectionism. Yeah, so I feel like you try to present to the world that you're this perfect person, you live a perfect life. I also forgot to mention, maybe you like present yourself as living in luxury. So maybe you travel a lot, or you just have a lot of nice luxury items, maybe like a really nice car, a brand new car, something like that. But yeah, I feel like deep down inside, maybe you struggle with insecurity because you could just see the snakes on both of the cards. So maybe you have negative thoughts. Maybe you deal with a lot of insecurity, and that's why you try to present yourself as being perfect. And, you know, you don't have to present yourself as perfect. Everyone has insecurities, so you really do need to release that perfectionism and stop being so vain. Stop trying to heal yourself through shopping and, making yourself look super duper pretty. Like, all of that is fine, but you definitely need to do some inner work and let go of that negativity, let go of those toxic thoughts. And with the cut your losses oracle card being here, definitely I feel like you do struggle with being self-conscious and being insecure. So definitely work on that. You do need to do the necessary emotional work to heal from that. And with the law of attraction being here, I'm feeling like Spirit is saying you can only attract what you give out. So definitely you want to focus on being more positive and focus on healing. That way you can attract more positive things into your life and not just, material things, though it's nothing wrong with material stuff. But I feel like specifically for this pal, you focus too much on material things and vanity. And then we have the avoid drama card. Like I mentioned earlier with the Black Moon Lilith and Gemini card and the Judgment card, I feel like you've been in a lot of drama. You've been in a lot of arguments, which could have been avoided if you would have communicated better and if you would have evaluated yourself and maybe apologized to a certain someone, like recognizing that you're in the wrong. But yeah, you definitely want to try to avoid drama, try to communicate effectively. So yeah, that's your shadow side pile one. I'm telling you, these piles have been juicy. You should actually stick around to watch the other two, but if not, it's fine. Thank you for watching pile one. Okay, those of you who chose pile two will be spilling the tea on your shadow side. Okay, so I want to start off with the Black Moon Lilith and Leo Oracle card. So I'm getting this energy that maybe you're very arrogant. There's nothing wrong with being confident, but I feel like maybe you're very arrogant, and others can tell, and it's just not a good thing. Or maybe others can't tell. Maybe others can tell once they get close to you, and maybe that's why certain people will like isolate themselves from you with the Five of Pentacles card, maybe isolating themselves from you, or walking away from you or something like that. But also, I'm also getting this energy that you're very competitive with the Five of Wands being here. Maybe you have a hard time working with others because maybe you feel like the way you do things is the right way, and you just don't want nobody coming over here and messing stuff up or whatever. Um, but yeah, Spirit is saying maybe you need to, stop being so cocky and, collaborate with others, be open to others, right? Find the strength within yourself to collaborate with others and accept others, because deep down inside, we all just want to be accepted, right? But, um, coming off as arrogant can definitely be a turnoff, right? Whether it's, platonic or romantically. And also with this conjunction card, you can see like these two figures, they're kind of like embracing each other or whatever. I'm getting this energy maybe that you find your happiness when you're in romantic relationships. Like maybe you feel unhappy when you're not with someone. And, that's very toxic, right? Like it's just, you know, you have to find happiness within yourself. But yeah, I'm definitely getting that energy because with the Knight of Cups and the Hanged One, the Knight of Cups, yeah, it's related to joy, happiness. So I feel like you find your happiness in places where you shouldn't find your happiness in. Like, relationships should not be your only source of happiness. You have to find happiness within, right? So, yeah. With the Seven of Cups here, yeah, I think Spirit is saying be clear on what, be clear and really try to find your true happiness outside of relationships, right? And with the Neptune card being here, Neptune, it relates to like illusion. So maybe some of y'all are a little delusional. Um, and especially, I want to start with this first. The Seven of Wands came up under it. So I'm thinking maybe you assume people are jealous of you or people are out trying to get you. And that's not always the case. And maybe that's why you're so competitive, because we have the Five of Wands. I mentioned that earlier. So maybe that's why you're so competitive, because you think everyone is jealous of you or is out trying to get you, when really you just need to chill out, right? Because that's not always the case. And that goes back to like the point of being arrogant. Only arrogant people think everyone is jealous of them, or wants to be like them. Like that's not always the case. And just like with the Page of Cups being right next to it is making me think you have a difficult time like connecting with people and finding true happiness. Um, because maybe you're just like living in your own mind in the state of delusion of thinking that everyone is out to get you or something like that. And yeah, Two of Cups came up. Yeah, it seems like you have a hard time just being balanced in general, and maybe you might be delusional when it comes to relationships, because Two of Cups um, is associated with relationships. So as I mentioned earlier, I feel like you find your happiness in relationships, and specifically, oh my god, I cannot talk today, but specifically, I feel like you find your happiness in relationships that aren't even like really happy. Like maybe the relationships are toxic, but you just hold on, you just remain delusional, um, just because. I don't know. So definitely you need to let that go. And Paul too, I also just pulled some more oracle cards just to get some affirmations for you to help you out on how to embrace your shadow side, but also, improving your shadow side. We all can improve. So I want to start with accept help. Definitely you can see in the image the figure looks like closed off. She's isolated. So definitely, you need to let your pride go and accept help. If someone wants to help you, let them help you. Stop thinking that you have to do everything on your own, or stop thinking that people are trying to sabotage you. No, accept help. And courage, find the courage to accept help. It takes a lot of courage to accept help and to admit that you need help. So definitely find the courage to do that. I promise you, you will be much happier. And with focus being here, it's Spirit is saying you need to focus on the present and focus on what's actually in front of you. Like I said, like letting go of that delusion when it comes to relationships, when it comes to people being jealous, quote unquote, jealous of you or whatever. Definitely, you want to focus on the present, focus on the truth, focus on what's real. Okay, Paul 2? But that was your reading. Okay, Paul 3, we'll be getting into your shadow side. So let's start off with a Black Moon, Lilith, and Taurus card. Why can't I talk today? Oh my gosh. Okay. So when I think of, and it's interesting because you have a bunch of Venus cards. So Taurus is ruled by Venus, Libra is ruled by Venus, and obviously we have Venus in the middle. So it's also, this is just making me think maybe you're very much materialistic and very much, how can I say it, like vain or whatever. Like you only care about material things and physical appearance. But let's get into it. So Black Moon, Lilith, and Taurus, yeah, it's like you find your happiness with the Four of Wands here. That's related to happiness, being content, and you find your happiness in material things and money and love. There's nothing. Look, I love money. I'm a Capricorn, but that can't be your only source of happiness. You have to find happiness outside of money, outside of material things. Like, it's nothing wrong with liking luxury experiences and luxury products. I can definitely tell you like those things, but it becomes a problem when your only focus is just on living this lifestyle of luxury, right? Like, not really doing the inner work, just kind of living a luxurious life and just focusing on the money, focusing on the material things. Okay, and with the Seven of Pentacles and the Fool coming up right next to each other, it's just making me think maybe I hope y'all don't get offended. Look, it's okay. But maybe y'all don't like really put in enough effort into achieving your goals. Like maybe you're just kind of like winging it. Like you don't really take your time and do it step by step. Maybe you're winging it. Because with the Fool, like she's just jumping off the cliff and just being free. So maybe you like wing things. You don't put a lot of detail into it. You don't really put a lot of effort into it. Um, so yeah, that's the energy I'm getting. And with the Lovers card and the King of Cups coming up under the Black Moon, Lilith, and Libra card, you deserve balance. I feel like you are not balanced when it comes to romantic relationships, and you are not balanced with your emotions. It's like one day maybe you're super duper happy, the next day you're super super upset, and maybe you have problems in your romantic relationships. Maybe you struggle with um, expressing your emotions, and maybe even you have a problem with showing love to your partner, right? And maybe this caused difficulty in your previous relationships, or maybe even in your current relationship, but that's definitely something you have to work on. Okay, Paldry, and I also um, selected some more oracle cards just to give you some more, like, what am I even trying to say? Basically, to help you improve your shadow side. So we have the Changes Oracle card. You definitely have to change your mindset and change the way you think just about luxury goods and stuff like that. There's nothing wrong with those things, but stop thinking that all it is to life is just, luxury, material things, money, things like that. So you definitely want to change your mindset. And with the Take the Lead and the Strength card here, it's just making me think that you need to actually take the lead and take action on what you want to accomplish, and actually find the strength to develop a strategy and do things step by step. Have the strength to be disciplined, basically, because I'm getting this energy, pile 3, that you're not very disciplined. You're not the type to really plan things out in detail. Like the Fool card being there, you just kind of wing it. You're just kind of like whatever, and hope things will work out for you. But Spirit is saying no, you need to take the lead, take it step by step, find the strength and being disciplined, and I promise you, you will accomplish whatever you want to accomplish, right? And with the Patience and Love card, yeah, I feel like you need to be more patient in order to have more balance in your relationships. Maybe you struggle with being impatient, right? And that caused a lot of issues in your relationship. So definitely you want to be more patient with your partner, right? Because you want them to be patient with you. So you need to be patient with them. And with the Love card, yeah, you need to show more love. I feel like you have a problem or you have some difficulty with expressing your love for your partner. Maybe you are nonchalant sometimes, or maybe you can come off as cold or whatever. So definitely expressing your love for your partner. And it was interesting, we had forgiveness at the bottom of the deck. So maybe forgiving your partners for maybe not fully understanding you, or forgiving yourself, right? Forgiving yourself for not loving fully, right? Something like that. But yeah, that was your reading, pile 3. Let me know in the comments if it resonated.